of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Not every crime in which the highway patrol is involved takes place in a car or on a highway. On the 7th of November, a case began when a forest ranger sighted a small airplane flying at a dangerously low altitude over the Ridgeway State Forest area and alerted the highway patrol for possible emergency aid.
Attention all units. Ranger reports airplane trying to make forced landing on fire break adjacent to Eagle Rock in vicinity Ridgeway Forest. 2240, take the call. Ambulance on the way.
2150 to headquarters. I'm right close to there. I'll take the call.
10-4.
Get in, Barney.
Breaks about 300 or 400 yards off that way.
Probably crashed or landed by now.
Whoever set this plane down here had to know what he was doing.
Yeah, they want to do it real bad, too. It's a light plane. Either took off or refueled just a few hours from here. Check the CAA number, then check Airways for a flight plan. Look around inside, see if you can find anything to show who owns this crate.
Right.
Did you find anything?
No. Now, why would anybody want to put a plane down in a place like this?
Well, let's find out who. Maybe that'll tell us why. Oh, by the way, where did the forest ranger call from?
Oh, someplace near here. Headquarters said he'd meet us here.
You take a look over that way. I'll go over here. Keep within earshot.
Right.
Hey, Barney, come here.
Dead, huh?
Yeah. Hard blow on the back of the head, something heavy. Call headquarters. Get a couple of units up here. Bring back your area map. I'll wait for you.
Right. $21.50 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 2150.
The ranger's dead. Notify the coroner's office. Location, Eagle Rock. Occupant of plane missing. Request to units to help cover area. Further request. We want a 1028 and a 29 on a plane. CAA registration, Nora 3534 Charlie. That's Nora 3534 Charlie. Got some dope on the plane. Registered to Harry Barlow. No make on it.
The Harry Barlow?
Yeah. Plane took off this morning from City Airport. Flight plans for Barlow's ranch at Westport.
Westport. That's about 150 miles from here. Who was on the plane?
Barlow, his wife, and a private pilot named Steve Wesson. Barlow. He's mixed up in the rackets, isn't he?
Yeah, the numbers.
I never heard of him connected with anything rough, though.
Well, you have now. Figure it out. Plane lands in an isolated fire break. Apparently no emergency. Ranger reports the landing. Ranger turns up dead. Plane turns up deserted. Whoever set the plane down had a good reason. Didn't want to share his secret with the Ranger.
On the other hand, it might be something real simple. Engine trouble.
Barney, the Ranger didn't die of engine trouble. Let me have the map. Hello, Edwards.
Morning.
See anything around?
No, you?
No. Can't have gotten very far in this short space of time. Tell me, what have we got around here besides wilderness?
Well, over here is the Ridgeway Resort Hotel.
Open now?
Yeah, it's a good 15-mile hike. Uphill all the way, and if Mrs. Barlow is supposed to be with him,
I will forget it. What are these mono cabins?
the boys covering the highway are going to check it.
But what's this?
Eccles Corner, about a mile and a half east of here, out in the open. It caters to hunters during the season. It closed down about a week ago, and nobody left there now.
Anybody covering it?
Not yet.
All right, Barney, you and I will get over there. Edward, you stay with the plane. Get a print man out here to check the Jeep.
Right.
Yeah, hold it.
Well, is this it?
No, we're almost there.
What's the matter?
Just want to make sure we don't run into anybody.
So what? We looked apart. Campers, that's all.
Yeah.
Is it much farther?
According to the map, only a quarter of a mile.
Well, let's go, Steve.
Okay. Just want to be careful, Mr. Barlow, that's all.
There's nothing to worry about. We're doing everything right. Come on.
Well, there it is.
Right.
You check that building over there, I'll check this one.
Everything's locked up. No sign of anybody.
Sam, here. Let's take a look around the side. You get around the back.
Wait a minute, honey.
This must be it.
You sure?
Yeah.
We're way ahead of time.
Isn't there some way we can let them know we're here?
I don't know, Mrs. Barlow. Maybe if I scout around a little. Wait!
Wait for what?
What is it, Steve?
All right, Barney, come here. Steve Weston. Mr. and Mrs. Harry Barlow. I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Police.
All right, search him.
All right, turn around. You on the left. Step forward and throw your pack on the ground. Get those hands back up. Step back. You on the right. Same thing. They're clean.
Put your hands down and turn around.
What do you want with us?
You were on that plane, weren't you?
Yeah? Our guides. We were supposed to meet our guides.
Did you see a ranger when you landed?
No, we didn't see a ranger. We didn't see anybody.
There was a ranger found dead near your plane. I want to know everything you've done since you've landed.
Well, we got out of the plane. What else?
Then what?
We started hiking. We hiked from the plane to here.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we did.
There's been a killing. The time and place fit in with the landing of your plane.
We don't know anything about that. Harry's right. We're meeting our guide.
Guides for what? You're not carrying any guns. I'd like to take a look at those packs. May I?
There's nothing in there, just some personal stuff.
I said, may I? Barney.
What do you want with us? We haven't done anything.
It's pretty risky landing that plane where you did. I don't think you'll take the chance of splattering yourself all over the countryside just to come up here and toast marshmallows.
We're camping. There's no law against it, is there?
Oh, but there's a law against murder, and the man who saw you land is dead. What's in this bag?
Nothing, just personal stuff.
Yeah, it's real personal. It's locked. Let me have the key.
I don't have it.
I'm not going to let a little thing like a key stop me. Give it to me.
Here. That's mine, every dime of it. Call my bank, they'll tell you.
Call them, Mr. Matthews. Once we can prove the money's ours, you'll let us go, won't you?
It's an awful lot of money to take on a camping trip. How much is it, about 100 grand?
Look, I'll level with you. I was in a little deal with a couple of partners. I double-crossed them. Brought the money up here to bury it. That's the truth. Isn't that the truth?
Yes, Mr. Matthews, I swear it.
That's what Mr. Barlow told me when we took off. He told me he was going to bury the money somewhere out here.
Barney, open the other pack. You look like a sensible woman, Mrs. Barlow. What's your part in this expedition? What's the money for? What's it buying?
She doesn't know a thing about this. Not a thing.
What's in the pack?
Nothing. Just some clothes and things. Those are mine. My clothes.
Prescription made out to Virginia Barlow. Is that your daughter?
Yeah. She's up here camping with some friends. She catches cold easy, so we thought we'd...
So you're going to try and tell me you land a plane in a fire break, kill a ranger just to bring your daughter some cough syrup, huh? You don't think I believe that, do you?
Harry, please. Tell him. He'll help us.
How can he help us? He's a...
Go on, say it, Barlow. I'm a cop. The only reason a cop can't help you is because you're starting trouble or you're under a threat. Now, what's the 100 grand for? Ransom for your daughter? Come on, talk.
They're to meet us here at noon. If everything goes all right, we'll get Ginny back.
But they told us what would happen if we brought the cops in. You know what that means, Matthews. If they see cops around here, they'll kill my daughter.
What's the whole story, Barlow?
Ginny's just been home from the sanitarium for a few weeks. She's been pretty sick. She's been studying art. She likes to paint. You know, landscapes and all. She went for a walk yesterday to do some sketching. We got a phone call an hour later. We'd get her back safe and sound if we obeyed instructions. That meant keeping our mouths shut, staying away from the cops, 100 grand in ransom money. They gave me instructions to come by plane, land in that firebreak clearing, and meet them at 12 o'clock, here.
It's a tricky place to put down a plane. Not many pilots could do it.
Well, we're lucky to have Steve.
You got any idea who's behind this?
I've got enemies, sure. They'd rob me blind if they could. But they wouldn't try to get at me through my daughter. I don't know anybody like that.
Please, Mr. Matthews, let us get Ginny back. Call your men off.
You give me this break, Matthews. I swear I'll stand still for anything you want to do to me afterwards.
It's 11 o'clock. We've got 1 hour if they're on the level. I want you people to stay out here in the open. You're not to leave the clearing. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
All right, here. Better wrap up that money bottle. Come on, Barney.
You think they're on the level?
If it was Barlow alone, I wouldn't be too sure. With his wife's face, that told me plenty.
Like what?
Like we better find Virginia Barlow fast.
the patrol formulated a plan by placing their available men at vantage points nearby and undercover. While they waited, the Barlows waited too, anxiously hoping their meeting would result in their daughter's safe return.
It's all set up. We got men watching that clearing from every angle. I don't even think you could spot them through the glasses.
Well, it's 6 minutes before 12. These last few minutes must be pretty rough on Mrs. Barlow.
What time is it?
At 5,
Please, dear Lord, please.
What'd you say, dear?
Nothing.
Listen, honey. You know how you always say you'd give anything in the world if I'd clear out of this racket? I will. I swear it. If we get Jenny back, I'm pulling out right away.
We're going to get her back, aren't we, Harry? We are, aren't we?
Sure we are. Don't worry. Just a few minutes more now. You know what? I'll bet the first thing she wants to do is set up an easel and paint a picture of these hills. Easy, honey. Easy. We just got to sweat it out.
It's almost 12. Who's guarding the plane, Barney?
Edwards and Zillings.
Good. Who's ever holding the Barlow girl's gonna head straight for the plane. It's the fastest and most logical way to get out of here, and nothing's gonna stop him either.
Yeah, the ranger found that out. Poor guy.
It's 12 o'clock, straight up.
Do you think they may have spotted us while we were down there?
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible.
What time is it now?
A couple of minutes more.
You said that before. Oh, it's after the time. They're not coming.
My watch is fast.
We have the money. Let Jenny go, please. Jenny!
No, Mrs. Barlow, no.
Ellen, baby.
Jenny! Jenny!
Keep her back, Barlow. Take it easy, kid. You're okay.
Told you there wouldn't be any trouble, honey. Just hold still now.
Why, that's Cooper, our gardener, and his wife.
What's the matter, Barlow? You look a little surprised. Didn't you think we'd keep our word?
I never thought you'd do anything like this, Cooper.
The trouble with you, Barlow, is you trust the wrong people. The man in the racket shouldn't trust anyone, especially the people that work for him. How about it, pilot? You should know. You work for him, too.
You ought to be strung up by your thumbs for this, Cooper.
Yeah, it's kind of strange the way Barlow's acting. Seems to know those two.
Know them?
Yeah, he and his wife looked awful surprised when they saw who had their daughter.
Well, that's a nice way to celebrate Old Home Week.
Let's wait. We'll let them make the first move.
Here's the money. 100,000. It's all in here. We did everything just like you said.
Please,
Stay back, Mrs. Barlow. Just throw it at my feet, Mr. Barlow.
Let me go. Let me go.
Relax, kid. I'll tell you when.
Easy, Jenny. Take it easy. Please, honey, don't spoil it now.
The money's all there. Every penny of it. All we want is Jenny. Please, let her go. She isn't well.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Barlow. Plans have changed. I'm gonna have to keep the girl for a while yet.
Why? We kept our promise. You said...
Kept your promise? Kept your promise? What are those cops doing around here?
We didn't have anything to do with them.
Cut it out, Barlow. They're not here for the fresh air.
I swear we didn't bring them here, Mr. Cooper. They came to investigate the plane. You know me well enough to know I wouldn't lie to you. Please, let Jenny go.
Stop fretting, Mrs. Barlow. We're not going to hurt her one bit. We've been good to you, haven't we, honey? Oh, let go. Let go of me.
Wait, Jenny, wait. It'll be all right. Let us handle it.
That makes sense, Barlow.
Get ready, Barney. We may have to move fast.
Where are the cops now, Barlow?
They left. They didn't know anything about this.
Hold it, Cooper.
Tell the truth, Barlow. Where are those cops now?
You wouldn't shoot that girl, Cooper. You wouldn't dare.
Oh, no? What makes you think I owe Barlow anything?
You wouldn't shoot that kid because she's too useful to you. She's your free ticket out of here. Without her, you're a dead duck, and you know it.
Hold it, pilot. No funny stuff.
In the name of heaven, Cooper, give us our daughter, please.
Not now, Barlow. Later.
We'll take good care of her. We just want to keep her with us till we get to the highway. After all, we took care of her all this time. Now it's her turn to take care of us.
Please.
Well, they're sure doing a lot of gabbing down there. They haven't let the girl go yet, either. They'd only separate long enough.
You still think they'll head for the plane?
They specified a plane in their orders, and that wasn't to make Barlow more comfortable.
Yeah, but the Barlows have the pilot.
Yeah, I know.
What are you going to do, Cooper, when you get to the highway?
We got a car waiting for us. We'll leave the kid. If we make it to the highway okay, she won't be hurt.
Look, you can have my rings. They're worth a lot of money. We can raise more. Only leave Jimmy with us. Please. Please.
That doesn't make sense, Cooper. For a guy who could pull a job as smart as this, it just doesn't make sense.
Maybe not to you, friend, but I figure it makes pretty good sense for us.
It's at least 5 miles to the highway. You couldn't make it with a girl. She's sick. She's only been out of the hospital a couple of weeks. She couldn't stand that hike.
What are you angling for, pilot?
You better stick to gardening, Cooper. You're better at it. You know what you did wrong? You picked the wrong victim. Next time, make sure the victim can double as a hostage. The one you got is all wrong for the job.
He's right, Eddie. You know he's right.
Shut up.
What'll we do, Eddie? We can't just stay here.
I told you to shut up.
Tell you what I'll do, Cooper. I'll make a deal with you. You leave the girl here and use me as a hostage.
Steve.
I mean it. Trade the girl for me. I'll take you back to the plane and we can be in the air in 30 minutes. I'll take you any place you want to go. This way, no excess baggage, and you still have me for a hostage.
How do I know you won't crack up the plane?
And kill myself? I'm no hero. All I want to do is get Barlow's girl in the clear, and then I'll take you any place you want. I'll get a bonus from Mr. Barlow for this, I'm sure of it.
You're darn right.
Well, how about it?
Okay, pilot. Put your hands over your head. Now get over here. Okay, pilot. Let's march.
They're taking the pilot as hostage. They're going to head back for the plane. Have our men surround the fire break. Tell Edwards to put the plane out of commission just in case. Meet me down there. I'm going to talk to Barlow. Take these with you.
What is this, Matthews? Are you crazy? You're putting Steve in a bad spot.
Oh, I haven't got much time, so talk fast. When the plane landed, who got out first? The pilot get out before you and your wife?
What?
Come on, speak up. Who got out first?
Why, Steve did. He told us to wait while he took a look around. But it was only a few minutes.
Come on, let's go, Barney. All right, hold it. Drop that gun.
Don't come any closer, cop, or this guy gets it. I mean it. One more step and he gets a slug in the back.
Okay, pull the trigger.
Wait, Mr. Matthews, stay back. This guy's desperate.
Let's see how desperate he really is.
Matthews, cut it out. He'll kill me.
Well, what's he waiting for? You've played your part real well, but you don't ad lib so good.
What are you talking about?
Figure it out. When you and the Barlow saw me, they didn't know me from Adam. I could have been there to collect the ransom, but you knew different. You were surprised. You were the one who told him to stay back, remember?
I don't get it. Look, this guy's desperate.
I noticed the Barlow's reaction when they saw who was holding their daughter. They were surprised, and you weren't. The hostage gag was a good one, too. And the plane was part of the plan, and every plane needs a pilot. Now, if your buddy's still so anxious to pull the trigger, let him go ahead before my men start shooting, because you're going to get it for killing the Ranger anyway.
Killing the Ranger?
Eddie, for Pete's sake, throw your gun away.
All right, put your hands behind your heads. Walk this way. Well, how'd you figure that one out?
I went to the patrol academy, remember? Patrol story next week is a very unusual one. We hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, the clowns at the circus, they're real funny. But on the highway, they're murder. This is Broderick Crawford saying see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Traffic violator has his own personal excuse for breaking the law. But the Highway Patrol is trained to recognize the difference between excuses and reasons. Usually, the reasons involve lack of judgment, carelessness. But on October 9th, Officer Len Dorsey spotted a driver exceeding the speed limit for another reason. Fear motivated by guilt.
Hope you got a license. May I see it, please? Just 17, huh? You keep cruising at that altitude, you might not see 18. I expect you got a reason for going so fast. No alibis? Well, you can talk, can't you?
Yes, sir. No alibis.
Well, that's refreshing. What are you doing with all these accessories?
Highway Patrol, Sergeant Betts. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thanks. We'll be there right away. Dr. Miller. Right.
What's the matter? You look sick.
Len Dorsey's out of action. He's at the county hospital. May not live.
What happened?
Ran down. Somebody ran him down.
Dr. Miller?
Yes?
I'm Dan Matthews. This is Sergeant Betts. How's Officer Dorsey?
Just fair, no more. The human body just isn't built to have an automobile roll over it. He's young, though. He might make it. Sorry I can't be more optimistic.
Well, did he talk at all?
No, he's unconscious. You might ask young Elliot over there.
That's cool.
The boy who brought him in, Grant Elliot.
Wait a minute, son.
I'm Dan Matthews. I'd like to thank you for finding Officer Dorsey.
I didn't find him. I hit him.
All right, tell us about it.
I was speeding. That's the first thing. I was speeding, and he went after me. I'd never had a ticket before. Well, I guess I was nervous. I don't suppose I knew what I was doing, but when he went back to copy the license number down, I started the truck and...
You hit him?
No, not like that. I didn't just set out to hit him. Not like that.
How then?
I just jammed into gear, took off. It wasn't until he screamed and I felt the bump that I realized I'd put the truck in reverse. When I saw him, he was under the wheels. I thought I'd killed him.
Why didn't you run?
How could I run? I hit him.
What's your name, son?
Grant Elliott.
Where do you live?
Victory Road on a farm.
Any family?
My father. We live alone. Sometimes I stay in the city with my aunt.
The truck's in your father's name, I suppose. Aren't you tell him I'd like to have you drive into my office tomorrow around 4 o'clock. That's the highway patrol.
You mean you can go now?
Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, well,
That officer.
look, you did everything you could. Thanks. We'll take it up tomorrow.
Suppose he panics again and decides not to turn up tomorrow.
I wouldn't worry about him, Betts. I think the kid's all right.
It's 2:30. Where have you been, Grant? Some girl, maybe? You shouldn't have taken the truck like that while I was resting. Could have waited till I woke up, couldn't it? Look at me, boy. Now, don't get in one of them moods. What's it all about?
I drove to Wharton.
That's all, huh? Just drove to Wharton. You're up to something, Grant. What is it? Come on, speak up.
All right. There was an accident.
What do you mean?
Not the truck. I ran a man down, Dad. A highway patrolman who was giving me a ticket.
You're being smart, aren't you?
His name's Dorsey. I hit him by mistake.
Mistake? Tell that to the highway patrol.
I already have.
Grant, this really happened?
Sure it happened. It's all there, Dad.
They didn't get to it?
Only Dorsey. It's what caused the accident. Tonight, when I noticed that tarpon, saw it was there, I jumped in the truck and started home. Don't you understand? He asked me about all those accessories. I got scared. He thought they were stolen. I thought they were stolen.
You don't think your dad stole those auto parts?
But a whole truck full of parts. They must have come from someplace. Suppose that patrolman tells them about it. Suppose they ask me how it got there.
Forget it, Grant. Leave it alone. They let you go, didn't they?
They want me back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And they want you to come with me.
Me? What do they want me for?
You're my father, aren't you? At least you can explain how the stuff got there. You can explain it, can't you, Dad? Can't you?
Yeah, sure. I can explain it all right.
Dad, you did steal that stuff, didn't you?
You're calling me a thief. You got no right. Listen to me, Grant. You don't know what it's like. You got your school, your friends. You're just a kid growing up. You don't know what it's like to run a farm like this, never having money to buy the things you need.
Sure. Like the new truck. Truck farmers need new trucks every year, don't they?
It's not just a truck. It's been a bad summer. I'm in debt up to here. Grant, this is the first time I ever did anything like this. I'm not a thief, Grant. I did something foolish, I know, and I need your help. Bad.
Sure. So you can steal another truck full of accessories?
No. Forget all about this.
Sure. Just like that. What do I do when they ask me about the stuff? What do I do then?
Deny it. It means 5 or 10 years in jail. I'm still your father, Grant. You gotta help me.
Dad, well, what can I do? If that patrolman tells them.
Deny it. It's just your word against his.
But he's a cop.
It's still just one man's word against another's. Deny anything they ask you tomorrow. Deny it. No, it's not a good thing. I made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. You can't sell me down the river just because I'm a human being. I need your help, son. I need your help real bad. I need all the help you can give me. Morning. Bet you're Matthews.
That's right.
Charles Elliott, the boy's dad.
Is Grant around?
Sure, he's getting ready for school. Hey, Grant! Grant, come on out here. That officer's any worse?
I just saw him. He'll live.
You hear that, boy? Mr. Matthews says the officer's going to be all right.
That's wonderful.
Grant, I let you go last night because I thought you were honest. I'm not so sure right now. What about those automobile accessories?
About... Sir?
The back of your truck was full of auto accessories. When Dorsey found them, you couldn't account for them. I'd like to have you account to me right now.
There weren't any.
Dorsey says there were.
Then he's wrong.
I'd like to believe that.
The truck's in the shed if you want to see it. I'll show it to you.
I don't want to see it. I want you to tell me the truth right now.
Hold it, mister. I think Grant's been pretty straight about all this. If I were you, I'd put my trust in him before I'd believe some officer who just had his brains scrambled in an accident.
That officer was trained to remember everything he sees.
Maybe he just saw more.
You don't make any sense.
Well, suppose I had some youngster put me in the hospital. Suppose he and I were the only ones who knew how it happened. I got feeling sorry for myself. It'd be pretty easy to cook up something that'd, say, let me get even without getting out of bed. Some little thing. Some simple thing like automobile accessories.
Dorsey's still in bad shape, but he hasn't lost his sense of values. He's lying like a pro, and I don't get it. He's not the type.
Here. A dozen small thefts involving automotive parts. All in the last few months within a radius of 50 miles. Service stations, small shops. Same M.O.
Yeah, I know. Haven't seen anybody. They don't know anything. Just nothing.
Here's the latest one. Take a look at the date on it.
October the 9th, Springfield Super Service. There's not much to go on.
And take another look. Some alert old lady got a partial license number. Sam 712.
7712. Well, that's a start anyway. See what you can dig up. Wait a minute. Let me see the Dorsey accident report.
Right here.
Take a look at the license number. Looks like I was wrong. Kid is the type.
How do you want it handled, Dan?
Grand larceny, handled like any grand larceny case.
Yeah? What is it?
Is Grant Elliott home?
Yeah, I'll call him. Grant, come on out here. What's this all about? Our appointment wasn't until 4 o'clock. The boy just got home from school.
I'd like you to come to the station with me.
Why?
Suspicion of grand larceny.